This is Into the Storm, where winning starts within. The Mental Performance Podcast for athletes, coaches, competitors, and leaders. No hype, no noise, just the mindset that keeps you grounded when it matters most. Let's step into the beam. I want you to imagine something. Picture yourself 5 years from now. Not the version of you that hopes things worked out, the version that actually lived those 5 years. Maybe you're playing college athletics. Maybe you've graduated. Maybe you're leading a team. Maybe you're coaching your own kids. Well, now imagine that future version of yourself is sitting quietly in the stands, watching you today, watching this practice, watching this workout, watching how you respond after making a mistake, watching whether you stay 10 extra minutes or leave early, watching whether you encourage your teammate or complain about playing time, watching whether you keep the promise you made to yourself or you quietly lower your standard. Here's the question. Would your future self be proud of what they're watching? Not because you were perfect, because you were intentional. One of the biggest mistakes athletes make is believing that the future arrives all at once. It doesn't. The future sneaks up on us, one ordinary day at a time. One workout, one meal, one practice, one conversation, one decision. The championship game doesn't create champions. What does it do? It reveals them. The future version of you isn't built in a dramatic moment. They're built on random Tuesdays, when nobody's watching, when nobody's keeping score, when there isn't a trophy waiting at the end. That's where identity is formed. And I think about this often. People admire successful athletes. They admire disciplined leaders. They admire people who seem calm under pressure. But they rarely admire the thousands of invisible decisions that created those people. No one applauds an early bedtime. No one celebrates stretching after practice. No one notices the extra 10 minutes in the batting cage. No one sees maybe your journal entry. Nobody sees that you're doing breath work. No one sees the decision to stay positive after a difficult day. But your future self sees every one of them because they're living the results. Here's something that I tell athletes that I coach. Your future is eavesdropping on your present. Every decision you make today is teaching tomorrow's version of you what to expect. If you constantly quit when things become uncomfortable, your future self learns that quitting is normal. It's behavior. If you consistently finish what you start, your future self begins expecting resilience and you to finish. If you blame others, your future self inherits excuses. If you choose responsibility, your future self inherits confidence. You're always teaching yourself. Always. The question is, what lesson are you teaching? Parents, this idea can apply to your children too. They're watching your future unfold in real time. They're learning how adults handle stress, how adults speak to themselves, how adults respond when life gets difficult. You may think you're raising an athlete, you're actually raising someone's future inner voice too. Let them watch consistency. Let them watch what humility looks like. Let them watch you apologize when you're wrong. Those are lessons they'll carry much longer than any post-game speech or car ride home. Coaches, every season you're shaping more than players. You're shaping future husbands, future wives, future parents, future leaders. The drills matter. Winning matters. But the person walking away from your program matters a hell of a lot more. Teach skills, but never forget to teach character. And leadership isn't measured only by your quarterly results. It's measured by who people become because they worked alongside of you. Someday, someone will lead the way you led them. Someone will coach the way you coached them. Someone will speak the way you spoke to them. That's your future watching you. Psychologists refer to this as future self continuity. Our ability to see the future self as connected to who we are today. Research has shown that people who feel more connected to their future selves are more likely to make decisions that support long-term success rather than short-term comfort. Why? Because they stop asking, what do I want right now? And start asking, what will I appreciate later? Elite performers naturally think this way, not because they're more talented, because they consistently choose what benefits tomorrow over what feels easiest today. And here's today's Coach's Clipboard challenge. Take out your phone or a journal, write today's date on it, then finish this sentence. 1 year from today, I hope I'm the kind of person who blank. Write whatever comes to mind. Then ask yourself one more question. What decision can I make today that moves me one step closer to becoming that person? Not 10 decisions, just one. Then make it. Tomorrow, repeat that process. The future isn't built in giant leaps. It's built through daily alignment. And here's today's direction. Your future self isn't hoping you'll become someone different. They're hoping you'll become more consistent, more intentional, more courageous. Every decision you make today becomes part of the life they'll eventually live. So before you walk away from practice, before you skip a workout, before you choose an easier path, pause for just a second. Imagine your future self sitting quietly in the stands and then ask, will they thank me for this decision? If the answer is yes, then make it. Because someday you'll become the person who's watching today. If today's episode gave you direction, share it with a teammate, a coach, a parent, or someone who needs the reminder that tomorrow is built by the decisions that we make today. And if you'd like practical mental performance coaching delivered every week, join the free Lighthouse letter at CoachRonMPM.com. Until next time, stand a little taller, breathe a little slower, trust your lighthouse, and remember, winning starts within. This is Coach Ron. No matter how rough the waters get, the beam is still on, and now you know how to find it. I'll meet you back here next time, Into the Storm, where winning starts within.
If you like the show, be sure to leave us a rating, review, and comment.